Okay, this is part 2 of Austin's interview, and we were talking about in New Brunswick and how you guys moved to the apartment.
Okay, so we moved to an apartment in North Brunswick, and we rented there, and it was almost like a townhome because people were buying them and renting them, but they weren't townhomes. Like townhomes you buy, and when we went looking, I didn't go. I could care less. I stayed home and watched TV or played on the computer when my parents went. My parental guardians, technically, went and looked for housing. Which, by the way, if you don't know already, housing in New Jersey is ridiculous. My grandma's house here in Kansas, it's in Kansas, not here.
It's in Olathe.
It's in Olathe, Kansas, and it cost like $129,000 when she bought it.
No, it didn't. It was $190,000 something. It was like almost $200,000.
So it was almost $200,000. I thought it was cheaper than that.
No.
It was almost $200,000, and it's a huge house. I mean, maybe not by standards wherever you live, Kaitlyn.
Well, she lives apparently out in a rural area, so I don't know.
Well, housing's probably cheap out there.
Been there.
So she has big high-rise ceilings in her living room.
Well, yeah, Grandma Nell's house, she has a really nice house. She has like 4 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms and a half bath and a basement and a garage and a yard. And
a 2-car garage, huge driveway, big
She has a really big house. So basically what you're saying, she can get this big house for that much, but like I know in New Brunswick, in New Jersey, in that area.
In New Jersey, the area where we live, something like fourth the size of it, like, let me think of an example, like John's house. I think is like they had the garage converted into a room. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically there's 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, and then like everything else.
Yeah.
And the land's not so good. And that was like $400,000.
Yeah, so basically you're paying double for something that isn't even as half as big as what Grandma has here.
Rent's a lot more.
Yeah.
It's really ridiculous. Everything's really expensive. Food's expensive. It's just the area that there is in New Jersey, everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
The reason being, I would assume, is because most people can't afford to live in the city. And by the city, I mean New York City. Most people can't afford to live in the city. So what they do is they'll get a job in the city in some big company, business-wise, and they'll go to work in the city and they'll commute. There's a lot of commuters who commute out of New Jersey, and they'll take like the PATH train, they'll take the train in, they'll take the bus in. You could drive in, but like.
I don't think a lot of people do that though, because you have to like pay for parking and stuff in New York.
No, people will section that out of their salary and go, this is how much I pay to commute every month.
Yeah.
And take that out of their salary. So like Christine, we have a good friend Christine, which I'll talk about in a minute. That we met, she's husband. Her husband is John, and their family is like one of my best friends in New Jersey. But she works there and she commutes every day by bus, I think it is. But if her bus is running late, if the train's running late, that can slow everybody down. Everybody can be late for work. And so what people do is you get paid a lot more in the city. So you get paid this big fat city salary that would like be trying to pay for like an apartment. But instead, you go and live in New Jersey where things are a little more cheaper than the city, and you're making that big, fat New York City income.
She almost knocked your drink over.
But you're living in New Jersey, and so everything's a little cheaper. So it makes you a little more affluent that way. But my dad works as I think his official job title is Research Investigator 2. Basically what he does is he works in I keep looking...
I know
off screen.
You're looking at the Guitar Hero.
Yeah, I don't want to look stupid, but it
come here,
helps
Dulcie.
me concentrate not to be looking at the camera.
That's okay.
Dulcie, come over here.
Dulcie, come over and sit with Mama.
Come on, Dulcie.
Mandy's trying to play the Guitar Hero and you're sitting on her guitar. Come here.
Come on.
She can't do that.
So like I said, my dad's official job title would be a Research Investigator 2. And most, all PhDs, ground level PhDs, start off at the company as a research investigator 1. So he's had a couple promotions. He's been with the company I will have lived in New Jersey now for 3 years come this February.
So, yeah, you've been working there for 3 years.
So he's been working there for about 3 years. And he works in the I don't know if it's solid formulation. So he makes delivery strategies for
So basically, simply what he's doing is they already have developed the drug and he finds a way to effectively get the drug into your body.
He's a formulator.
Yeah, that's how he explained it to me.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There's a lot more that goes into the whole thing. I mean, there's other pieces of work that go into it. You know, it's really big. He since like he has like a late stage product that he's doing like commercial sized batches on. Like he has to fly down to Evansville every like week. Like he leaves on Monday and comes back on like Thursday or Friday.
Evansville, Indiana?
Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah.
And he flies out there and they're making like huge like I don't know how many like kilograms.
So apparently where he works
batches.
is where the actual laboratories are, and Evansville is like where they produce it.
Yeah. It's like a
Basically,
manufacturing
the manufacturing plant.
They
yeah.
have a manufacturing place for process, I think.
Yeah.
Like a small manufacturing place where the process might be able to do it. But he goes down to Evansville, Indiana, and teaches people how to make it, and really helps and goes like, because they do all their testing there. Because when they're doing commercial sized batches, it's different. So I don't know how much I'm legally allowed to talk about the drug, so I'm just gonna stop there. Because
Okay.
there's like he has like a binding contract that like.
Okay, well, there's no, I'm sure he's not telling you too many things that he shouldn't tell you anyway, but, okay, now we got to start with another part.
Okay, so anyway,
All right,
we
whoa, okay, we'll move along in a minute. Okay, we got to stop right here and start over. Yeah.